In today's conversation, I want to do something very interesting. I want to compare and contrast Navy Fed and PenFed loans and lines of credit. Who's really got your back? Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweater Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast Navy Fed and PenFed loans and lines of credit. And it's really important to understand that both institutions are great, but they offer different kinds of products. So we want to start first with the personal loans. So when it comes to PenFed loans, they offer a wide variety of loans. Minimum credit score 580. The estimated APR 4.99% to 17.99%. Loan amount $600 to $50,000. Term 1 to 5 years. Okay. So what are the pros and cons here? Pros: soft credit check with pre-qualification. No origination or prepayment fee. They offer joint and secure loan options, and they offer a mobile app to manage your loan. The cons: no discount for auto pay. They don't offer direct payments to creditors with debt consolidation loans, and there's no option to choose or change your payment date. Okay, you got to be a PenFed member. You got to have good credit scores. I mean, if you have a less than stellar credit score, that's also no problem. And if you want to add a co-borrower, not a problem. Okay, and so PenFed stands out because they do have the ability for you to pre-qualify online. You can see it on their website. We love the fact that they have a great app to manage your loans, but they still have to work on their customer service a little bit, and also the ability for you to send a direct payment to creditors. Okay, and I want you to see on the screen here, you can see that PenFed occasionally offers secure loans, but the information is not readily available on their websites. But here is a nice recap that we have done for you when it comes to PenFed loans. And then we have Navy Fed loans. Okay, the bottom line here is that Navy Fed is kind of cool when it comes to personal loans also, and minimum credit score 5.575. The APR goes from 7.49 to 18%, and loan amounts $250 to $50,000, and terms up to 60 months. Okay, what are the pros and cons here? No origination fee. They offer a wide range of loan amounts and repayment terms. You're able to fund loans the same day. This is really good. And they offer co-sign, joint, and secure loan options. What are the cons here? No option to pre-qualify. Okay, you can't pre-qualify on Navy Fed's website. There's no rate discount for auto pay. Of course, you have to be a credit union member, and there's no option to change your payment dates. Okay, now in terms of eligibility, you don't need to be affiliated with the military, not at all. Okay, but you need to have you need to be making some money. So $18,000, that's the gross income minimum to qualify for a Navy Federal loan. And I wanted to show you right now on the screen. Here is Navy Federal at a glance. You can see here about their personal loans. Okay, they have their fortes, but they also have areas where they can improve on. Very important. So the winner here, we have a tie. Navy Fed is awesome when it comes to transparency. They explain everything on their website. PenFed is great because it allows you to pre-qualify for its loans with a soft pull, and also helps you manage your loans from a dedicated app that is, in our view, superior to Navy Fed's app. Now let's talk about unsecured lines of credit. So when it comes to the personal loans, we had a tie. What about lines of credit? With PenFed, here you have PenFed has a great line of credit. You have funds that are available when you need them, anytime, for anything you want. Payments are based on the amount you actually use, not on the amount of your line of credit. Okay, you can use your line anywhere you would use a check. We love the fact that PenFed gives you flexibility, a lot of flexibility when it comes to their line of credit. Okay, and one thing you need to understand is that this loan requires an application and qualification. Okay, so after account opening, a 3 business day waiting period applies to credit line increases and credit line advances also. And it's just a lot better to go to a PenFed branch or just to pick up the phone and have a conversation with the loan rep before you apply for this unsecured line of credit. Okay, so let me talk to you about the features and benefits of this product. So you have fixed rates as low as 5.99% APR. Really, really low. This is really great. This is great. And credit lines up to $25,000. So when we talk about PenFed lines of credit, maximum amount $25,000, and you have free checks to access your line. So the cool thing is that PenFed allows you to basically have access to money when you don't need it, because the line of credit allows you to have access to cash that you might need in the future, but nobody really knows, right? So you want to apply now, so when there is a need for money, you don't have to apply. You don't have to risk a hard pull anytime you need to have access to cash. So PenFed is great. What about Navy Fed? Unfortunately, Navy Fed does not offer, as of the date of this show, a personal line of credit. They don't offer that. So the winner in this category, in our view, is PenFed, clearly. One thing I need to say here is that Navy Fed might have a variety of loans that may be similar to a line of credit, but they do not offer a product that is strictly similar to a personal line of credit. And again, things change all the time. So Navy Fed, maybe 2 months from now, or 6 months from now, or 1 year from now, might rethink their strategy and start offering their customers, their members, unsecured lines of credit. But right now, they do not offer that. Only PenFed offers it. So the winner in this category is PenFed. Number 3, let's talk about student loans. So PenFed student loans. PenFed is actually partnering with a lot of institutions to offer student loans. They don't have an in-house student loan department. I mean, they do, but they don't have an underwriting entity. So with the PenFed, you can have a student loan refinancing or in-school student loans. So for refinancing, you have fixed rates that start at 2.89% APR. You can start your application online, not a problem, or at a branch, okay? And for in-school student loans, you basically have undergraduate student loans. You have graduate student loans also, where they cover up to 100% of the cost of your master's, PhD, or professional degree. Okay, there are a lot of loan options, and they also have one thing we also find very interesting is that PenFed is constantly innovating. They're constantly expanding the products that they offer under their student loan financing or refinancing programs. Let's talk about Navy Fed. So with Navy Fed, you also have student loans so you can pay for your associate, bachelor's, or graduate degree, not a problem. Loans are available for a semester or the entire academic year up to the school certified cost of attendance. You have a variety of repayment options while you are in school to help reduce overall loan cost. And we love the fact that there is a 0.25% interest rate reduction when you sign up for automatic payments. And a co-signer release may be requested after 24 consecutive on-time principal and interest payments. Wonderful. And the APR are as low as 3.16% with autopay. So those are variable APR. And or if you want fixed APR, you can get rates that are as low as 4.99% with autopay. And the terms 10 years. Okay. You also have a student and parent refinance loans. So those are really great because you can have loans for multiple children. You can combine those loans, and a co-signer release may be requested after 12 consecutive on-time principal and interest payments. Okay, and here the rates are they're variable, and they can go all the way to 1.79% if you have autopay. And the terms 5, 10, or 15 years. Okay, so the winner, the victor here in this category, the student loan refinancing and financing category, is Navy Fed, because Navy Fed has a robust and diverse student loan offer that it manages in-house, while PenFed has outsourced their relatively smaller offer to another entity. Okay, so with PenFed, you don't have the whole operation in-house. Okay, you have it partially in-house, but they also outsource it. But Navy Fed, they are running everything from the company itself. So this is really, really great. Let me talk to you about business loans, folks. So when we talk about business loan, PenFed is completely AWOL. Completely. PenFed has no business offering, and this is please allow me the opportunity to ask PenFed directly here. I do not understand why PenFed is not doing they're not offering a business loan or business loans in general. PenFed, you probably want to change your charter. If your charter does not allow you to offer business services, this is a great opportunity. This is a great time to change that because you are leaving the whole terrain to NavyFed. There's no competition. We want competition. So PenFed, if you're listening to me right now, and please, you want to reconsider that. It's a lot of money that you're leaving on the table. So yeah, right now PenFed is going AWOL. They have gone AWOL on business loans. So let's talk about NavyFed. So NavyFed has a constellation of credit business loans, business lines of credit. So in terms of lending, they have a small business financing solutions that can help your business reach new heights. Okay, so from building a fleet and improving cash flow to renovating office space and purchasing IT equipment, they have all the resources that you need. Okay, so you have real estate loans. You can buy real estate, you can renovate property or refinance existing real estate. Everything from commercial real estate to residential rental properties to multifamily dwellings to property renovation, they take care of that. They also have business lines of credit that starts at $35,000. Okay, so these lines of credit provide the cash you need for regular expenses, but also unexpected expenses. So we're talking here about temporary working capital, cash flow, payroll. If you're trying to plug any occasional gaps that you may have between accounts receivable and accounts payable, and also overdraft protection. And NavyFed also offers business term loans, so installment loans. Okay, not a problem. You also have vehicle loans. So whether you need a car for traveling, a truck for hauling, or a commercial oven for cooking, their term loans offer you the opportunity to grow your business with the tools and materials that you need. Okay, so everything from equipment to company cars to heavy duty trucks, they'll take care of you. So the winner in this category is NavyFed. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation. We're doing a compare and contrast between Navy Federal and PenFed in terms of loans and lines of credit. So let's talk about the auto loans. When you think about PenFed, with PenFed, you could choose your PenFed auto loan. It can be you can use the cash to buy a new auto, a used vehicle. You can refinance, and they even have a car buying service powered by TrueCar. We love the fact that the APRs with PenFed range from 1.79% to 17.9%. Loan amounts from Loan amounts go from $500 to $100,000. Terms starting at 36 months. And if you have a FICO score of 610 minimum, that's wonderful. Okay, and we love the fact that in terms of they have new car loans, they have used car loans, they have payment saver loans. They also have refinance loans. So you can refinance a new car with PenFed, or you can refinance a used car, not a problem. And they also have additional auto products. They have a gap protection, they have an extended warranty, and they have debt protection. So a gap protection covers the difference between the amount owed on the loan and the value of the car itself in the event of a major collision or a total loss not covered by your traditional car insurance. So the cost is $449 and includes up to $500 reimbursement for your insurance deductible. And you can read more if you're interested in the gap policy. You want to go to PenFed's website and read about it. Okay, let's talk about PenFed. With PenFed, you also have access to a plethora of loan options. You can finance your new car, your used car. You can refinance your current auto loan as well, not a problem. And the minimum APR is 1.79%. Okay, whether we're 1.79% for new vehicles. And they also have a great offer, and they also have a car buying service. They also have let's say a constellation of services. And if you want to apply for a NavyFed auto loan, everything is very simple. Once you are a member, you can apply from your dashboard, okay? And you just put your information, the vehicle, the VIN or year, the make, model, or mileage, and you can also trading vehicle. And everything happens at the car buying service that NavyFed has, okay? So who is the winner here? There is no winner, okay? We have a tie. Both credit unions, both NavyFed and PenFed, are offering a relatively similar auto loan offer, charging pretty much the same APR. And one thing we have also seen is that they both have outsourced their car buying services to TrueCar as well as other players. Let me talk to you about mortgages, folks. We're still having a compare and contrast here. So with mortgages, with PenFed, you have a good service, very good service. What are the pros and cons of that service? They offer a broad selection of home loan products, including low down payment options for first-time home buyers and home buyers of limited means. And they offer a lender credit based on the loan amount for purchase mortgages, and mortgage rate and fees are low compared with other lenders, according to our research. What about the cons here? PenFed is not available for refinance mortgages in some cases, and they don't offer FHA or home improvement loans in some cases. So this is something you need to think about. And to apply for a PenFed mortgage, the process is very simple. Okay, we have actually given them a lot of accolades for ease of application, and you can call a toll-free number and fill out a form online to have a loan officer call you, or you can fill out an application for mortgage pre-approval online. And PenFed's digital capabilities allow for e-signature, online document upload, and online mortgage status updates. So PenFed is really great when it comes to pre-qualification. When it comes to they're really superior to NavyFed in our view when it comes to technology, using technology to fuel the underwriting process. From pre-qualification all the way to the application itself, they are superior to NavyFed. Let's talk about NavyFed's mortgage offer, the pros and cons here. So pros, they offer a wide range of affordable mortgage products designed for military members and other members also. They do have an online application process for pre-approval, and they offer low rates compared to other lenders. And what are the cons? The website does not provide customized mortgage rates based on credit score or other factors before you apply, and you gotta be a member of the credit union, okay? And so they offer 15 and 30-year fixed rate loans, VA loans, ARMs, so adjustable rate mortgages, jumbo loans, you have it. And in terms of Navy Federal ease of application, they also have a very easy application process. And they do have a digital application platform called Home Squad, which lets you get pre-approved for a mortgage online. And in some cases, you can get pre-approved instantly. And one thing I want to say is that you can also upload documents. You can connect to your bank accounts to verify assets. You can get notified when you reach milestones. You can receive personalized help from credit union representatives and check the status of your loan. So you have an entire process that is in place in terms of this mortgage loan, okay? And we love the fact that they are very strong also when it comes to mortgage rate transparency. So who is the winner here? NavyFed. We believe that NavyFed is very transparent, while PenFed gives you the opportunity to check your rates. So PenFed is great when it comes to pre-qualification, but NavyFed is really, really great in terms of transparency. Let me talk to you about home equity loans, folks. We are still doing a compare and contrast between NavyFed and PenFed, and I want to talk to you about home equity loans. And so this also includes home equity lines of credit, right? So you can talk about, so with PenFed, they have a HELOC. So they have a home equity line of credit. So this is a revolving line of credit that's based on the equity you have in your home. You can access the funds when you need them over time. And this is great for home improvement, debt consolidation, payoff, student loans, and other large or unexpected purchases for your home, okay? And with PenFed, you have access to loans that go from $25,000 all the way to $1 million. You have a 10-year draw period and a 20-year repayment period. You have interest-only payments during the 10-year draw period, and you have the ability to switch from a variable to a fixed rate on all or some of your interest payments, okay? And if you want to get a HELOC from PenFed, you need to have a minimum credit score of 660, Proof of income, typically 1 to 2 months of paid stubs, at least 1 year of W-2s, at least 2 months of your most recent bank account statements, and you have a mortgage statement for all properties that you own. Okay, and possible additional financial verification like your self-employment income, 2 years of tax return. You have current debts, if you have auto debt, alimony, credit card, all that, and you need to have a favorable debt to income ratio. And let's talk about NavyFed. With NavyFed, you also have they also offer home equity loans and lines of credit. And with NavyFed, you have a personalized guidance. You are able to talk to someone. You have no application or origination fee, and you also have the fact that Navy Federal can service the life of can service your transaction for the life of your loan. Okay, and so you have a home equity line of credit. You have home equity loans also. And let me give you the loan details. You can borrow up to 100% of your home's equity. Minimum maximum loan amounts $10,000 to $500,000, so a little lower than the PenFed's. PenFed, we can go with PenFed all the way to $1 million. With NavyFed, you are stopped at $500,000, and you have a fixed rate for the life of the loan. No application or origination fees, really good, and APR as low as 4.99%. Term 5, 10, 15, or 20 year. Okay, and for the home equity line of credit, you can borrow up to 95% of your home's equity. And here we have a $10,000 again to $500,000, and no application, origination, annual or inactivity fee. And here for the HELOC, the APR can go as low as 3.99%, and you have a 20-year draw period followed by a 20-year repayment period. And the winner in this category, there is a tie because both credit unions offer a great product. So folks, thank you so much for your attention. I want you to look right now on the screen here. Here is a recap of what we have talked about. So we have analyzed, we have done a compare and contrast between NavyFed and PenFed, and we have compared their personal loans, their personal lines of credit, their student loans, their business loans, their auto loans, their mortgages, their home equity loans. And you can see the NavyFed clearly is a winner based on our analysis because they have a tie with PenFed for personal loans. They have no lines of credit right now offered, but they're a winner when it comes to student loans, business loans. There's a tie for auto loans, but when it comes to mortgages, they're still a winner in our view, and they are basically having a tie with PenFed when it comes to home equity loans. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.